Greetings, YouTube. Greetings. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me your time. It is your friend, your co-creator, your love. It is I, Master of Earth. Thank you for joining me for another video. Thank you for sharing this divine moment. Thank you. Now, in this video, guys, I want to share with you guys basically a very prized teaching. Basically, we're going to talk about the most prized, or basically the most important position when it comes to yoga. This stance is basically the ultimate thing that you can do that pertains to yoga, and this video I'm just going to talk a whole lot about it. So this is like a cheat for real. This is like a shortcut for a lot of people, and here is why. In a lot of spiritual schools, in a lot of places that develop people, a lot of places that teach people things, there's often a process when it comes to the chakras and the inner worlds of the body. Just like how it is with the chakra system, everything starts at the root chakra. If I was to teach somebody right now, the place for me to start would be the root chakra, and I will slowly work my way up until I arrive at the higher chakras, you know? But in this video, I'm skipping all the nonsense, all the crap, and I'm gonna start straight at the top. I'm gonna start straight at the ending. Basically, I'm giving y'all the omega, guys. I'm giving y'all the ultimate technique. So without further ado, let's get it on. Now, this is some information people don't know, but I'm gonna bring it out now. Of course, we all know that the root chakra is basically the foundation of all the chakras in the body. Basically, energy starts at the pelvic floor. Energy starts at your pelvic area, and it makes its way up to your cranium. Now, that is the case, but we need to understand our bodies basically have you can say it has two different forms. It has two different manifestations of a form of energy. We have the heavens, which is the higher chakras. This is the more subtle realities, the more energetic realities, the heavens. And then we have the earth, and this is all our inner organs here that, you know, our emotions, our sexuality, our physicality, and whatnot. Now, the root chakra is the foundation of all the chakras, of course, but people are not aware that we basically have two root chakras, and the second root chakra of the body is the collarbone. This is basically the root of the heavens. This is lost knowledge, but the Sumerians and a lot of the ancient people, they was aware that basically your collarbone is like an antenna. It tunes you in. It basically tunes you in into different realities and frequencies that pertain to the heavens. And it goes like this. The placement and the position of your collarbone determines the energy of the heavens, where you go, where your psychic and all your spiritual energy, where you go. So a lot of work was done on the ancient times to put the collarbone in the perfect position so that the heavens will be anchored in the right reality, that the heavens will be anchored in the right dimension. Now, a lot of people believe that the chakras are basically along the spine. Like we have a chakra here, here, basically along the spine. And you know, you could see it that way, but I like to tell you now that basically all your chakras are really found in your brain, okay? your root chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakras. Your your body is your brain, and all your chakras are in your brain. By you stimulating your brain, by you opening up your brain, by you activating your brain, you activate your all your chakras. And basically, the technique that the ancients used, the ultimate technique that they used to, cause let me say it like this. Basically, the progression of spirituality, the progression of the path, it's all about the journey of energy in the body. The journey from the pelvic floor, from your genitals, and how the energy travels upwards. That journey until it finally arrives in your brain, you know? That was the goal of all of the practices of the ancient times, and even of the practices that survive till today. All of them are focused on bringing the energy from the pelvic floor into the higher chakras. Now, the ultimate technique that did just that, because people will spend hours deep breathing, they'll spend hours doing Shambhavi Mudra, sending the energy upwards. They'll spend hours doing that, while there's a position that was the most superior at bringing all the energy to the higher chakras, bringing all the energy to your brain. That exercise, that practice is, of course, the headstand. The headstand is the ultimate weapon that we have for signaling and sending energy to our chakras. This is the goal of many schools, many spiritual schools of thought. This is the goal of yoga. This is the goal of Tai Chi. This is the goal of most of all the martial arts. It's all about stimulating your brain, bringing all the energy into your higher chakras, and the headstand is the ultimate technique for doing just that. Now, guys, as you may know, humans, we're quite in a very interesting position right now. We're in an interesting predicament. Right now in society, we're basically going against nature. We're standing upright. We're the only creatures on the planet really standing upright and sitting down on chairs and walking on 2 feet and doing all these things. And what are the effects of all these unnatural movements? The main effect is that gravity is affecting us more than it is the animals. We need to understand that animals that are on 4 limbs, it's more of a balanced flow of energy. Because they're on 4 limbs, all the energy doesn't just go to their feet like it does with us. Because they're on 4 limbs, the energy actually has to circulate, you know? Animals like monkeys, they squat, they're always on all fours. The energy is always circulating, opposed to us that are always standing upright. All the energy does what? It does not circulate, guys. It goes straight down to our feet. Straight down. So, because of this, energy never gets to our brain. They tell us we only use 2% of our brain, 5% of our brain. Guys, I'll tell you now, that is not a lie. That is true. We do not use our brain. And a lot of this is because of gravity and the fact that we don't know how to power up the various portions of our brain. Our brain needs energy, our brain needs blood, our brain needs sunlight. And if you're standing upright, gravity will never allow anything to even reach to your crown. Okay? So, that is why the headstand is the ultimate weapon. Guys, we're living in an unnatural environment. It's by default they want to stand upright. It's by default they want the flow of energy to go downwards. Turn your world upside down. I had a video about this, of the importance of switching the flow. And guys, this is one of the most significant, important things you can do for your health and well-being. Guys, your brain is not getting any nourishment because gravity is fucking things up. And not only that, food is fucking things up. You won't believe how many blockages there are that is all around this area. It's like if the energy was to travel upwards, it would be so many obstructions because of all the toxins from the food, guys. And people go their whole lives without energy actually reaching to their brain. When you was a child, children, what do children often do? Children often stand on their head spontaneously without being told to, because they naturally have that. They have, it's in our DNA to do that. And that position is very healing for the body. Now, of course, you know that we have strayed away from the natural order of things. Where we're at now in existence, we're far away from nature. And the headstand, standing on your head, is one of the best ways to realign yourself with nature. Let's take it back to your source. Let's take it back to the alpha, the beginning of your life. When you was in the womb, when you observe the placement of the baby is inverted. Naturally, the baby dwells in the womb upside down with all the energy going to the higher chakras. There is something very significant about being in this system. I mean, there's something very significant about being in this position, guys. This position allows your brain to heal itself from all the traumas it experienced throughout your life. Our emotional minds, our limbic system, our cerebral cortex never get stimulated. And during the day, the only thing that's really running in the brain is the brainstem. That's basically the brain that's down here, closest to the neck. That's basically the portion of the brain that most people use. And this is only because this is the only portion of the brain that can actually get an energy source, that can actually get a blood supply. All these higher portions of the brain, they don't get blood because of gravity and because of the things that we do. And because of this, there are portions of our brain we don't use. We don't use our emotional brains the best we could. We don't use our limbic systems the best we could. We don't use our cerebral cortex the best we could. Because why? Gravity is keeping all the information from going there. A good way to use these portions of your brain is to stand on your head so that the energy can finally get to these areas and you can stimulate yourself so you can begin to experience a new state of consciousness, a new state of ego. Because once your brain starts to get blood supply, your ego will evolve and you'll have a more balanced, more evolved ego. Now, I can't stress the importance of doing this. This thing is very pivotal, guys. We need to understand that right now, you even looking at this screen, your heart is trying its hardest just to maintain a constant supply of blood to your brain. You can easily put your heart at ease by just inverting yourself and switching the flow of energy so that it works in your favor. You want gravity to work in your favor, and you can easily become the master of gravity by standing on your head. Now, standing on your head is an exercise that I highly recommend because it targets the inner worlds of the body. There's two worlds that we have. We have the seen, what we can see with our eyes, and then we have the unseen realm. We have the physical, then we have the spiritual realm. We have the external, we have the inner. The headstand is an exercise that targets the inner. It targets every system of the body. It targets your chakra system, your circulatory system, your lymphatic system, your endocrine system, and it basically stimulates your whole nervous system, guys. This is something that will proliferate you. It is something that will evolve you on all levels. Okay, guys, so back to what I was saying. Your chakra system, your ego, basically your consciousness, is all based on where the energy is located in your body. It's your character, your demeanor, your aura is all related to where most of your energy is located. And most people you see, the majority of people you see in public, a majority of people, all the energy is predominantly found here in their stomachs. It's found here, it's found in their lower chakras, and you never really find much energy here or in the higher chakras. And because of this, because their consciousness is found here, what do you think these people will think about? All they really think about is sex, food, clothes, shelter, and all the other stuff. That is the nature of consciousness. If you're able to direct the energy into the higher locations, let's say I was able to get my energy to be predominantly here, instead of me thinking about sex and food, I'll be thinking about self-knowledge, love, compassion, love, all the good stuff. So, as the energy rises, consciousness displays, it takes on a different expression. So most people, the energy is down here. An easy way of bringing the energy upward is to stand on your head. Now, in this video, let me just show you the headstand real quick. Now, there is 3 versions of the headstand I'm basically going to show you in this video. The first version is, of course, the original headstand. Just like this. You can keep your hands like this. It doesn't really matter. You can keep it behind your head. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that matters is that your head, you know, is on the floor. That version is very difficult for people. A lot of people complain about their necks not being strong enough. So here's a more easier variation of the headstand. Instead of being it directly on your head, you could do it like this. Now, it's still the same thing. As you can see, my body is still inverted. That's the main thing to worry about. As long as your body's inverted, you will still have the positive effects. All the energy will still be going to your higher chakras. Now, the last version of the headstand, of course, if you can't do the headstand, if you can't do that version, if your body cannot support that position, I suggest find yourself a hill, a nice steep hill, and just lay down on that hill. And that alone will send all the energy to your higher chakras. Now, on the planet, guys, gravity is making all the energy stay predominantly in our lower realms. Let's bring the energy to the heavens. The quickest, easiest way of bringing the energy to the heavens is to invert yourself. Turn yourself upside down, change the flow of energy, get on your head. So, that is the secret of yoga. That's the most powerful stance in yoga. It's the goal of all meditations. The goal of meditation is to bring the energy to the higher portions. By you doing that simple technique, you're doing just that. You're bringing all the goodness into your higher chakras. So, how often should you do this? Guys, as much as possible. Start slow, but I want your goal to be, I want you to be able to hold the headstand for at least 2 hours a day. And I'm only saying this because I want you to be prepared for my future videos. There will be techniques that require you to have strong muscles in your neck. So I want you to start now to prepare for those videos that are soon to come. So train yourself to be able to hold that position 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 10 minutes. Just start slow and keep progressing with it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. That is a big secret, guys. By turning your world upside down, that is the goal of meditation, to stimulate your higher chakras, and that's the easiest way to do it. Thank you. Big hug, guys. Did you get my hug? Okay, get this. I almost forgot one more thing to put in this video. What are some of the things to look out for doing the headstand and inverting yourself? What are some benefits that you will experience? I will start by saying now that the benefits are endless. The benefits are infinite, guys. Not only will your thinking faculties increase, your ego would develop. You will have a more stronger ego that is more balanced and aware and vibrant. Not only that, in a result of all the energy finally reaching to your brain, you will finally put your brain in the best position where it can rejuvenate, where it can aid in your memory. You'll be able to remember things better. You'll be able to process information better. So this is like the ultimate technique for anything concerning the intellect. Now, for your endocrine system, all your hormones will be working at a better rate. Your organs will be in a better shape. So you will notice yourself having more energy. You will feel more alive. You will feel more light. And this is all because of the miraculous benefits of the headstand. Your body will be better able to get rid of toxins. This is something that is great for your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system, I spoke about it in many videos, it doesn't get any help from the heart. This system of your body relies predominantly on your movements. So going in a headstand, you're basically allowing gravity to give this system, your lymphatic system, a new flow of energy. And this is something that I'm just going to put in this segment of the video. Basically, right here in my stomach, there's a major chakra here. And the energy of this chakra, it corresponds to the sun. There's basically a sun here that supplies my energy, that supplies my body with an energy source. Now, this sun that is located in the center of my stomach, it purifies toxins. It burns away toxins. Now, because of gravity, because of that downward pull, there is a lot of toxins that is basically just sunk in here, that is basically resting at the bottom. And because of gravity, these toxins can't really make a contact with this sun source. These toxins can't be purified because gravity is keeping it at the bottom, and it can't make contact with your solar plexus, with the sun there. So what your ancestors did in the ancient times to make sure that the toxins make contact with this energy source, this flame, is they'll suck in their stomachs. They'll breathe out and suck in. Doing that, you pull up all that energy, and you allow those toxins to make contact with your solar plexus. Now, since this video is about the headstand, I want y'all to be aware, by you being in the headstand, you don't even have to suck in your gut anymore. By you being in the headstand, you're naturally bringing all of these toxins into the purifying flames of your solar plexus. By you being in the headstand, you are allowing all of those toxins in your stomach region to finally be purified. That's one of the importance of the headstand. You allow your body, you allow the fire that is there to be able to do its job, okay? So if you get in the headstand, you might notice yourself farting like crazy. You might be passing gas, farting up the place, and that is just a symptom of what is going on in the body. Toxins need to make contact with this sun, with your solar plexus, and if toxins don't make contact with it, it will be hard for your body to get rid of the toxins. So you have to, allow the toxins to make contact with that energy source. Another thing you need to know about the body does not like stagnation. The body enjoys movement, and anytime something becomes stuck, it creates disease. Now, because of gravity, we have kind of forced our organs to adopt unnatural positions, and a lot of our organs have been in the same placement for years. By standing on your head, by flipping the script, by turning upside down, you actually give your organs a position to realign itself. So by standing on your head, you allow your organs to shift their placement, to place themselves better, and this translates into well-being. When you allow your organs to move around and to position themselves without being affected by gravity, you allow your body to be able to balance more, to be able to realign itself with what it should be. So another thing about the headstand you should know about aging. One of the greatest symptoms of aging is what it does to your face. You know what I'm saying? You don't really recognize somebody as an old person until you see wrinkles and that old aging face. We need to understand that symptom of having a wrinkled face is all symptoms of blood not getting to our higher chakras. If there was blood getting to our higher chakras, our face would never wrinkle up like that. But because gravity is always maintaining the downward pull on our face, because there's never energy up there, it begins to sag and wrinkles form. By standing on your head, you're flushing your face, your higher chakras with blood, and this is a great way to remain young in the face. If you don't want to look old, if you don't want wrinkles, if you don't want gray hair, because gray hair is just the result of energy not making it up to your higher chakras. If you don't want all these symptoms, stand on your head. Allow blood to get into these faculties. So the headstand is basically a cure-all position. It's good for digestion, it's good for every single organ, it's good for every single chakra, it's good for circulation in the body, it's good for everything, guys. Make sure you practice it from now on, and please, if anybody's interested in my videos, I'm telling you now that this is something you want to practice, because in the future I will be giving out ancient techniques, and you need to have a strong neck. So start now. The minimum, I want you to at least be able to hold it for at least 45 minutes. That's just the first step, guys. So I'm about to start making some more videos, so be prepared for that. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope that you benefit from this video. This is a great secret. You're basically receiving the omega of all the teachings. This is a shortcut in yoga. You can instantly put all the energy here by standing on your head. So become God, become divinity, become who you are, which is infinite. Do these things and become an evolved, better you. I love you so much, and I want to see you grow, guys. I want to see you become the best version of divinity you can be. Thank you for watching. Until next time, guys, I love you so much. And in case you missed the first kiss, here's another one. Thank you for all your time. Thank you. I love you guys. Bye-bye.